All right, everybody, welcome back to another session of Nightingale Harbor, our little D&D real play session. I'm basically kind of sort of playing Ghosts of Saltmarsh adventure path, but I made some own modifications, and the location of Nightingale Harbor is in my original setting called Trasdis. My name is Jay. I am our dungeon master. I've been doing this for about 30 years, and I love it. I actually beta tested 5th edition, for those who don't know. And we have our party. We have Robert, who is in Romania. He's playing our half-orc Argel Tall, newly minted warlock, still coming into his powers. We have Aroth Richard in Texas playing the half-elf Aroth Paladin, who is he's got business in town. We'll say that. Toby in Finland is playing Visago, our Goliath wannabe smuggler. And then we have Marcin in Poland, who is playing our half-elf Orphea, a bard, and she's out to expand her knowledge. We are looking into a supposedly haunted mansion at the behest of one of Orphea's sisters, and everybody else is kind of curious to see exactly what's going on here, because there are rumors that it's either haunted or that it could be the remains of an alchemist who figured out how to turn items into gold, but he hasn't been seen in several decades. So it's possible that an apprentice or somebody else is using his house to do some nefarious deeds. When we first came in, we were attacked by weasels in the garden. We were attacked by snakes in the well. And we had an encounter with some giant centipedes in the kitchen. So a lot of beasts that we've encountered so far. We made our way upstairs, and we're kind of searching room by room. And I will switch over now to, oops, hold on, let me hide this. Click this. All right. So here we are on the upper level. We came in through the stairs here. You checked in this room. Didn't really have anything in it, just like a pile of clothes. You then came into this room, which looks to have been somebody's bedroom. It's heavily abused, vandalized. You know, the fireplace has been cracked with a hammer. There was an empty chest, and there's just kind of like an old ratty mattress that's just covered in mildew and mold. And that is where we stopped last time. So I'll pick it back up. Aroth, you're closest to the door, and you know that Visago checked and didn't find anything interesting in the chest. You know that Argel Tall checked the chimney for any like hidden little alcoves or anything, and basically he just got a face full of soot. So Aroth, what's the next step?
If we are done with this room, I will go ahead and lead us out, and think I saw a room down to our right that might be worth looking into if y'all want to follow me.
Okay, everybody.
Go ahead.
What's the marching order? Who's following behind?
I will
want
to follow.
Say again?
I know that Aroth has his shield, so Toby, go first.
Yeah, I go and follow Aroth, and so
okay, so as Aroth comes to the crossroad here, so this is a balcony, and you can see the stairs down into the lower area. Aroth, you were in this room earlier, and you recognize it, so you know that this is the main entrance down here, down these stairs, so you can see down into the main entry hallway. This hall just kind of comes and comes to a dead end. There's some old pictures that have fallen off the wall and are just, the shattered bits of frame are on the floor. You look down this hallway here, you see 2 doorways and some dirty windows. You look down this way, you see 3 doorways and windows and such.
Mm-hmm.
Look back and I think it might be a little better and quicker to clear these rooms if we go 2 by 2 and take both hallways. The distance seems short enough to rush to anyone's aid if the other group needs it. If everyone's in agreement, we can do this.
I agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
How are we
and
gonna
I
split
think
up? I mean, me and Orphy are the
Yeah.
squishy ones, so how are we gonna split?
so. I think I will go with Argo, and so I can protect him. Well, yeah.
Okay, so Visago is teaming up with Argaltal, and Orphea is going with Aeroth. Now, which way do you want to go, Aeroth?
I'm gonna go off to the right.
You're right. So this way?
Yes.
Okay. So you two kind of start heading that way. Visago, you guys going to start heading down that way?
Yes.
I actually want to look.
Go ahead, Argo.
Actually, we think it's gonna be a good idea to look at the picture frames behind them on the wall. Maybe there was something hiding behind the pictures. I'm just gonna point that out to Fasago to check later.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Visago, he kind of points down this hallway and says that there's some fallen picture frames, and that he'll want to look at those later. Okay, but Visago, you're
Yes.
heading down this way.
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as you step right here, go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Okay. 13, and I can show you the dice here.
Okay, you got a 13, and your dexterity, good to go. So just as you kind of step in this, what looks like kind of a water, broken, kind of a wet area, the floor is all rotted and suddenly starts to give away beneath you. But your quick reflexes, your quick sailor reflexes, you jump across, and this turns into a big hole in the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Argel, there's now a hole in the floor that you will need to jump across.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, go ahead and give
I'll
me an
move
athletics
slowly.
check.
Okay, that's a 2.
Okay, so you go to jump, and you kind of, your foot slips at the last moment, and you fall. You start to fall down into the hole and kind of catch yourself on the opposite side. And again, this wood is like all rotted, and you're struggling to kind of pull yourself up. Visago, so you see him fall in the hole, and he's struggling to pull himself up. What do you do?
I grab him.
You grab him. Okay.
I grab him.
All right, so we're not going to drag this out. Visago grabs your arms, pulls you up by the shoulders, and gets you up out of the hole.
Thank you, Vasago.
My pleasure. And try to grab his shoulder and shake it a bit.
Yep, brush him off. He looks pretty good. But again, that floor does look pretty precarious. So you two now can see down into this area. I think, Argel, you were almost in this area earlier with Aeroth. Visago, you never got down this far. You see these stairs lead down. Again, it's just the same as the rest of the house. It's very old and moldy and wore. The carpet is tore up. There's water damage and everything everywhere. Nothing really impressive in this area. So I'm going to start with Aeroth and Orphea. I assume you guys want to go in this first door?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. We'll do these one room at a time, switching back and forth between the groups. All right, so the door opens easily, just like they all have. So this looks like it was once a fine master bedroom, but it is horribly decayed. Some of the floorboards are missing. There's rubbish scattered all around. A tall wooden wardrobe is against one wall opposite the fireplace. This is the fireplace. This is a wardrobe. And the door, and this is currently closed. But there's rubbish. What used to be a bed is just kind of broken and torn apart. Nothing overly impressive in the area. What would you like to do, Aroth?
I want to investigate that wardrobe, see if there's anything of interest in there.
Okay, Orphea.
I would like to carefully approach the fireplace, to check if there is any sort of snakes or other fauna that might attack us.
Okay. Orphea, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Aroth, investigation. Go ahead. Aroth, 0 on your investigation check. You're having trouble
Not 20.
acknowledging. Not 20. Not 20 with a 22. So we hit the two extremes here. Aroth rolled a natural 1 with a -1 to his investigation, and Orphea rolled a natural 20 with a +2 on her investigation. So, Orphea, you not only realize that this is just an old rundown fireplace. Actually, it seems part of the chimney above has collapsed, and so it's full of rubble and bricks and everything like that. So there's nothing really of interest. But you kind of glance back over your shoulder and you see Aroth struggling with the latch to the wardrobe. He's like, how do doors work? And no, it's not. You're not that
for my character.
Yeah, and no, you're not that ignorant or stupid. But it's just it's kind of like when you reach for a door, a light switch, and you miss, and then you reach for it again and you miss again. That's kind of what happens. You miss the last step on the stairs, trying to get into this cabinet, but eventually, you get it open. There's just two things inside the wardrobe. There's an old pair of cracked leather boots that just like worn out. Like as you pick them up, you can see just almost like paint peeling. They're still boots, but they're pretty worthless. But then also hanging on a peg at the back of the wardrobe is an old cloak. It looks like it's got the design of ivy leaves, and it's mildewy. It smells. It's a little bit moth-eaten on the hems. So both of these items are pretty useless.
Mm-hmm.
But the style of the cloak is consistent with the clothes we found before in the other rooms. There were elven also, as I recall, at least floral.
Correct. It's the same kind of general pattern. It looks very familiar. Like upper class, but not like noble level, but definitely somebody who had money at one time. But just because these things have been sitting here ignored for too long, they've just kind of rotted away.
Okay. Look back and I ask Orphea if anyone, or since she's been in Nightingale Harbor longer than I have, if she's noticed anyone with floral design cloaks, or if she remembers anyone wearing something similar to this.
I don't think that's my time frame. That
you don't think
that cloak is really here longer than I'm in harbor.
Right.
Okay.
Aroth, you remember that this building has supposedly been abandoned. The alchemist hasn't been seen in nearly 20 years. And,
okay.
And the decay and the abandonment issues that you've seen in most of these locations are consistent with that length of time this building being abused or ignored. The only thing that you've seen that seems to have any sign of recent activity was the pair of clothes that you guys found piled in this corner. They were new, regular, they were not new clothes, but they were modern clothes that weren't old or moth-eaten or mildewy or at all, and they were just piled in a corner in this room. And I think somebody took those with them.
No, we left them in the corner.
You left them in the corner. Okay, so the clothes are still there.
Okay, then Patron, kind of in a White Gold Valley voice. I'm like, let's just go. Doesn't seem to be much here. Let's go to the next room.
Yeah, that's not what we are looking for. So let's go.
Okay, so you guys will continue into the next room in just a moment. So Vasago and Argel Tall, I assume you guys want to go to the room, not down the stairs.
To the room, yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
Vasago, you come to the door. You open it up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I know which room I'm looking at here. Okay, so this is another bedroom. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no furniture, just rubbish scattered everywhere. There's some webs covering the walls and ceiling. From the doorway, you can see a glint of light in the fireplace from a highly reflective object.
I go and watch and see what it is.
Okay. So you go over to the fireplace. Argel, you see Vasago go into the fireplace, and you see something in the fireplace as well. It's like there's a mirror at the back of the fireplace that's still shining.
Yeah, I'm just following him close, and I'm trying to look over his shoulder because he's bigger than me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Vasago, as you approach the fireplace and start reaching in, suddenly a swarm of spiders comes swarming out of the flue and starts to snap and crawl at you. Now, again, these aren't like, you could say, they're not like huge spiders. They're each spider is about the size of your hand. That's one way to look at it. They're a good size that you can see them and hit them. They're not like tiny spiders, but there's just a lot of them kind of all working together. So, guys, go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative?
Yep.
15.
15 for Vasago. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
7. 5.
5 for Argel. Okay, and let me roll for the spiders. Oh, they got a 20. Okay, so spiders, again, they immediately kind of swarm out, and some of them start jumping on on Vasago's feet, and they try biting at him.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19 to hit.
I think that it was 13.
Let me pull your character up just on a separate page, so I've got it here. Yeah, you have a 12 armor class, so that hits.
Yeah.
And that will do, wow. So 6 points of damage.
Okay. I think I had 10 points from a 4.
You normally have 13. You were at -4, so that had you at 9. So this puts you down to what did I say, 6? So yeah, you got 3 left.
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes a big hit. I mean, these things swarm all over his legs and starts biting on him. Argel, you can tell he's not looking good. And Vasago, it's
And I take an hit, and that's a 13.
Okay, 13 hits. That's with your scimitar?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
That was a D8, correct?
1d8 plus... excuse me, d6 plus 3.
Okay, the 6. A 4 plus.
Okay. So you hit them, but because they're so tiny and there's so many of them, even though you do kind of hit one of them, it's not quite as effective just because they're all kind of skittering around and it's hard. They're hard to spot. If you want, you can follow up with your hand axe. So roll another d20
Yeah.
plus 5.
Yep. 4 plus 5, that's 9.
Okay, so yeah, your hand axe, you swing and you miss. They're just swooping all over the place. You basically avoid hitting yourself in the foot because they're crawling all over you. Okay, do you want to move at all or just stay there?
I want to move a bit back.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, Argel. So you see these spiders are starting to kind of crawl all over him. What you got going on?
I'm really oscillating between trying to swipe them with my quarterstaff two-handed or using poison spray, but I'm worried that I might hit him with my poison spray. So actually, I'm going to use my quarterstaff two-handed to try to swipe him off him.
Okay, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Action, quarterstaff. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Roll to hit.
damage. Nice. Natural 20.
That's 20.
Okay,
Yes.
so roll for damage. Roll. You double the dice damage, or roll. You can roll the dice twice. Yeah, so 2d8. There you go. Okay.
So that's an 18.
Okay. Okay, so you whack one of them right off of his shoulder, and it goes flying splat up against the wall. And the other ones are kind of scattered and unsure what to do. Are you calling out back up the hallway at all?
No. I'm actually going to move as close as I can to Wasago because I'm going to try to pat him off next turn.
Okay. So you move up closer to Vasago.
Yes. That's all I'm doing.
Good. Let me check something real quick. Nope. I'm checking passive perceptions. Yeah. You guys, as you're doing your investigations over here, you don't hear anything. Okay, so back to the swarm of insects, or to the spiders. Let me throw them in there. So the spiders are here. But another swarm of spiders drops down out of a hole in the ceiling behind Argel. And the first set of spiders is going to try and bite at Vasago again. Okay, it's only an 8, so this time they can't quite get through your armor. They don't do anything. The second set is going to attack Argel from behind. That's a 20 to hit, so they definitely hit. And for damage, they will do 5 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay, adding that now.
Okay.
Not looking good.
Vasago, now it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to attack the spiders closest to me again. And that's a 12. And I have a +3 correct to the attack.
That's right. So 15 to hit. That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. It's D6 plus 3.
2 plus 5. 2 plus 3, so that becomes 5.
Yep. Okay. So again, you whack another one with your scimitar. Go ahead and follow up with your hand axe.
Yeah. And that's 20.
Natural 20?
Natural 20.
Okay, very good. So now you're going to roll 2d6 and add them together for your damage. There's no extra modifier for that. It's just the dice.
6 and a 3, so that's 9.
9 total. Very good. So so you actually get 2 spiders at the same time. So like squish and squish with your hand axe. Really good job. It was a 9 total, you said? Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Argel, you see Visago going to town on these spiders. He seems to be doing pretty good, but they're starting to panic. It looks like they're running around. There's fewer of them, but now you've got another full mass of spiders swarming the door behind you.
Yes, but this time I'm not worried about hitting Vasagos, so I'm gonna turn around because I see that he is quite in control of the situation. I'm gonna turn around and use my poison spray.
Okay, and what's the save on that?
The save?
Yeah, they have to roll a save against your damage. Is it a Constitution save or a Dexterity?
Yes,
save?
Constitution. Constitution.
Okay, so let me roll their Constitution save. Natural 1. Okay, so go ahead and roll the damage. Roll the full damage for the poison spray.
Ah.
Oh, 3. Boo. That's the risk you take.
Mm-hmm.
So these spiders that you spit out this noxious green goo at them, and some of them skitter away, and so one of them melts, but they are not happy about that.
I just look at them disappointed.
Okay. Any other movement or actions you guys want to try?
Can I actually pass through them? Because now I think the situation is serious. So I want to get help.
If you want to move through the space that they're in, I'm going to ask you to make an athletics or an acrobatics check to get through unscathed. Otherwise, they're gonna get an opportunity attack for moving through their space.
Vasago, what's your opinion? Should we risk it? Should we risk getting help?
Maybe.
So I'm gonna do the.
Okay. So like I said, whichever is better, acrobatics or athletics.
I'm actually bonused on acrobatics, so here goes acrobatics check. Boom!
Look at that.
18 plus 2.
All right, so you nimbly tumble through this swarm of spiders into the hallway, come up in a 3-point landing.
Something like that, and I'm gonna call out for Orphea and Aroth.
Okay. Orphea, Aroth, you guys hear Argeltal back up the hallway say,
"Guys, there are spiders here. They're poisonous or something. They've given us quite a thrashing. We need help."
Okay. So Aroth.
Okay, I will go to help.
All right. Let's just give you guys your full movement. So, but here's the thing: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aroth, you suddenly see that there is a hole in the floor here that wasn't there before. You can use your action to try to jump across it. And Orphea, you'll be just a little bit behind him.
Yeah, I'll use my action to make that jump. Right, leap of faith.
Athletics check, please. Very nice. Even with all that heavy armor, you make it right across. Orphea, you want to try the same?
I will try to use the banister that is on the side, to help me. Like more, I'll try to more like not parkour? Just straight. Yeah, like parkour, like more acrobatic move.
Go for it.
Than
acrobatics
just straight.
Then you can do an acrobatics.
20.
You guys are like a couple of ninjas. I love it. All right, so the two of you use your actions to get across. Use all your movement to get there. You guys will come up next in the initiative order after Argel and Vasago. But spider's turn. So the first spider, the original first spiders are still on Vasago. Mm-hmm. They're going to try snapping at him again. And that is a hit, but they are at reduced capacity right now. So they only do 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And the second set of spiders, they're going to, again, try to attack Argel. That is a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That hits.
And that's another 5 points damage.
Okay.
How are you looking?
Unconscious.
Okay, so just as he shouts and you guys run across, you see a spider, spiders are crawling all over his legs, and they bite into him, and he just falls on his face and passes out. Visago, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the spiders next to me again, and 14. So
Very good. 14 hits.
yeah, and
D6 plus
4.
3.
Yeah, that 4 plus 3. That's 7.
Okay.
In this one.
Okay, so the first hit, again, you squash another one. There's, just about 2 or 3 left still crawling around. You follow up with your hand axe.
Yeah. A 16.
That hits. Now this would just be D6, just the D6 with no modifier.
3 damage. 3 points of damage.
Okay.
And I have a bonus. That was my bonus action, right?
Correct.
Okay, so can I do 2? That's do 1 action and 1 bonus action. Correct. Yes.
Right. You get your movement. You get an action, and you get a bonus action. Typically, there are some free actions. There are some other actions, but at level 1, it's pretty much just those 3: movement, action, bonus action. And your bonus action, it was to attack with your hand axe after you attacked with your scimitar.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna stand there and that's
Wait for the next.
my action.
Wait for stuff to happen. Okay. Argel, you fall unconscious. Go ahead and give me a death save. This is just a straight D20 with no modifiers.
Rolling now.
Okay.
That's a 13.
It's 1 save. You're not dying.
Yes.
You're not dying on us yet. Aroth, you're next. You see Argel fall on his face in front of you. Spiders are kind of swarming around him. What are you going to do? Aroth, you're muted.
Still not.
Aroth, you're still muted.
I thought that was on my headset.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm going to come in unarmed and try to get the spiders off the Cargill doesn't receive any more damage.
Okay, so you're trying to pull the focus of the spiders so that they ignore Aroth. That's fine.
Well, I'm gonna attack any spiders that are on Argel right now.
Okay, they are considered a swarm of spiders, so they're like one medium-sized creature, even though there's a bunch of them. So they're generally in that space.
Okay. So would I be able to reach around and get them, or?
Well, he's on the ground, so you could actually stand over him, and you can definitely get them from there.
Okay, let's do that and make an attack.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll. This is your longsword one-handed, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. That hits, so go ahead and give me a damage. It should be 1d8. Okay, 4 damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you, as you kind of try to slice into these things, you get the idea that it's hard to hit them. So even though your damage isn't as high as you think it is. Basically, mechanically for everybody, this means they are resistant to slashing and bludgeoning damage, which means that any damage you do with your regular swords and bludgeoning weapons only does half the actual amount that you normally roll. And that represents them being a bunch of disparate spiders rather than a single bodied creature.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else, Aroth?
I raise. Well, no. Yeah, no, nothing else.
Okay. I just want to make sure your healing word. No. I'm sorry. That's not you. That's Orphea. Aroth. Is your lay on hands an action or a bonus action? Looks like an action.
Yeah, it's an action.
And your healing hands are also an action. Okay, so both any healing you would need to do is still a full action.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, Orphea, you see Aroth rush in, standing over Argel to fend off the spiders. What are you doing?
I'm charging toward the spiders, and I will be slashing them with the scimitar.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll to attack. Okay, only a 9. So you're trying to kind of like swipe inside the doorway, and you can't quite get in there. Aroth is taking up a lot of space, so that's a miss.
Yeah, okay, and I will just gently kick Argal tail with my shoe and tell him, get up, you have work to do, and that's a healing word.
And that's a bonus action. Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
So
7.
Roll for healing. Yeah, 7 points of healing. That's great. That's really good for a healing word.
That's my max.
Nice. All right, so Argel, you feel this warm surge of magical energy come through you. You wake up and you are looking like up at Aroth, who is standing over you. So that's not a very pleasant view. And you see Orphea kind of behind you with her scimitar, with that look on her face of "Get up, stupid." But you're currently laying prone underneath Aroth. So to get up, it'll cost you extra movement when your turn comes around.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you.
So Orphea is done. So back to the spiders. We'll start with the first set of spiders that is on Sago again.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 10 to hit.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so I think they miss. And then the second set of spiders, this time they're going to attack Aroth because he's the biggest target who's swiping at them. Natural 20. All right, that is 11 points of damage on Aroth.
And I am down instantly. Glass cannon.
All right, Aroth. So these things just swarm all over you. They get up inside of your armor and they start biting on you, and it's just like, oh my god, they're in my suit, and you kind of slip and fall, and you land right on top of Argel. So Argel, you've now got this paladin laying on top of you. Orphea, that was hilarious as you saw it, but
oh my god. Oh, I can see why my sister, sent him to me instead of dealing with him herself.
I love it. All right, Vasago, you still got this swarm of spiders on you.
I'm gonna attack them again. and got a 6, so that's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. Now hold on
And
one second, Visago. Let me check something. Okay, you're a fighter. I thought you were a barbarian, but as a fighter, you can't do anything. So what do you want to do with your bonus action?
I'm gonna use second wind. That's a D10
Plus 1.
to. That's a 10. That's a 0 is a 10 on a.
You rolled a 10? Oh, dang. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you are back up to full health. Good job. So you, after swinging and missing the spiders again, just this kind of, you just kind of center yourself for a second, and you focus, and you're just like, I can do this, and you resurge yourself with adrenaline and confidence. So you are back up to full health.
Yeah.
Good job. Good choice. Next, Argel. So you have Aeroth kind of laying on top of you. Orphea is kind of behind you, and the spiders are still starting to swarm. What are you doing?
The first thing I do is try to shove Aeroth off, and as I'm doing this, and I see the spiders are in his armor, I go, "Stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll!" And can I pick up his shield?
Yes, you can.
So what I want to do is pick up his shield and just hold it in front of me like a big metal pan, and just try to smash the spiders.
You want to smash them with the shield?
Yes, I want to use it as a big flat board to get several of them under it at the same time.
Okay. So you kind of wrest the shield off of his hand. You kind of pick it up like a big flat plate, and you slam down on top of him. So go ahead and give me a strength attack at disadvantage. So roll roll d20 twice, and of course -1 from it because you're not proficient with shields, and it's also an improvised weapon.
Say again, you broke up.
So because it's an improvised weapon and you're not proficient with shields or frying pans, you're gonna attack a strength attack with disadvantage. So you don't get your proficiency. You just basically roll a d20 -1 twice and take the lower.
First one is a 9. Second one is a 16. So an 8.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of like telegraphed what you were doing, and they totally saw it coming. And spiders, if you've ever stepped on a spider, they can flatten themselves out pretty easily. They're hard to squish. So clang, you hit you slam the thing on them, they scatter, and nothing really happens.
And now I let Aroth without his shield.
Exactly. Okay.
Oof.
Okay.
Moving on to Aeroth. Aeroth, give me a death save. This is just a straight
Okay.
d20, no modifiers.
Let's see.
All right, that is a fail. So that's 1 death fail for you.
Look, no one. I'm here for the looks and for the strength. I'm not here for intelligence. So,
Obviously. Okay, so you're laying there dying. Orphea.
So I will repeat the last round because it seems like we have to do that again. So I will be attacking the spiders first, and then I will use my bonus action to healing word Aroth this time.
Okay. Okay.
6 does not hit.
You swing, and your scimitar kind of hits the inside door frame, trying to get a spider, but it doesn't really get them. But you shout some more words of bitter encouragement to Aeroth.
And that's 5 hit points back.
All right. Aeroth, again, you feel this warm surge of energy. And again, you see that snotty look on Orpheus' face, and you feel bad that you're disappointing her. And you recognize that look from her sisters, that kind of motherly disappointment of, oh, Aeroth type of look on her face. And you don't want to disappoint her anymore. So I love how this healing word is not, you can do it. It's more like, get up, stupid.
So do I. It's awesome.
It's tough love.
Yeah.
We'll call it tough love. All right. So Aeroth, you're back up to 5 hit points.
Okay. Cool beans.
All right.
Don't want to disappoint Mom.
Back around to the first set of spiders working on Visago again, and they're starting once again from scratch because Visago is back up to full health. So they're going to take a bite, and they're freaking out. Some of them are trying to bite at you, but some of them think they want to run away. So it's almost like attack by committee. It's like some of the spiders are like, no, get away, and other spiders are like, oh, just one more bite, and so they're kind of like, get him off me. They're pulling each other away. Anyway, that's how spider communities work. The second spider is now looking at Aeroth, who is just tried to flatten them with a shield, and they're not happy about that, so they're gonna try to bite at you.
Aroth or Argel, because I tried to flatten them.
Argel.
Okay.
This is what you get for having 2 characters with A names. All right, that is a 21 to hit, so they definitely get you.
Oof.
And it's 5 points damage.
Okay. I'm still up?
You're still up.
Barely.
For now. All right, Visago.
Yeah, I attack again.
Okay, you got your bitter enemy there.
And that's on 8.
8 total. Is it 8 on the dice or is it 8 total? Your camera's cut out and I can't hear you anymore, Toby. Toby, if you can hear me, we cannot hear or see you. All right, so I'm just going to proceed, assuming he rolled an 8 on the dice. He's got a +5 to his scimitar, so that makes it a 13. So that is a hit. I'm going to roll his damage for him. You got 4 points damage, which is halved to 2. So that group of spiders is still up, but they're struggling. They're on the verge of running away. He's then going to follow up with his hand axe. Big hit, 23 to hit. And 4 more points damage. So those spiders are almost done. All right, Argel, Tal, you are next.
As I'm rolling on the floor, trying to avoid another bite, I feel something under my back, and I remember that I have the weasel legs that I cut out from earlier. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take them out and cast Prestidigitation on them. And I want to make them taste and smell like flies. But I don't know, whatever spiders like.
Okay. I love this idea. Prestidigitation doesn't get used in combat a lot, so I love this. So you're trying to basically bait them to the food.
Yeah, I go like this with my fingers and I just hold the legs up and go psst, psst, and try to see if they follow me.
Okay, so you sufficiently give me a let me do a wisdom save on them to see if they how they feel about that.
Okay.
All right, so they rolled a 19 -2 for 17 versus your spell DC, which I believe is about 12. Yeah, your spell
what
DC
exactly?
Your spell DC is an 11.
Okay.
So you're kind of like shaking these 2 legs of weasel weasel meat, and like a set of maracas going bzz, 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 hey, look at me. And even and Orphea and Aroth, you see him doing this, and the smell that is now coming off of these weasel. Well, this is fresh weasel meat. It smelled fine earlier, but now it just smells rancid and disgusting. Meanwhile, the spiders, they kind of pause for a second, and they're just kind of like not impressed. They just, not affected at all. If anything, if you could speak spider, they'd probably be laughing at you.
Yeah, eight-legged shrug.
Yeah, it's like whatever. All right, so that is your action. Do you have any bonus actions, or do you want to move at all?
No, I want to get up.
Okay, so yeah, half your movement to stand up. So yeah, you're now standing, and no attack of opportunity. So you're at least standing now.
Yes, good.
All right, so Aroth, you're next. Again, you're also on the floor, so it'll toss half your movement to stand up. And if you attack from prone, you'll have some negatives.
Okay, let's go ahead and stand up. See if I can attack from where I'm at.
Yep, you can get to them. You're kind of reaching in the door. Again, they're in this general area, but yeah, you can get to them, no problem.
Okay.
And you don't have your shield, so if you want, you can attack with your longsword two-handed.
Yeah, let's do that. Two-hand longswords. That'd be 15.
Yeah, definitely hits. So that's 1d10 damage.
That'd be 11.
That is a big hit. Good job. All right, so you with both hands now you bring it down on the spiders and slam, and you actually slice two of them in half, and the other ones kind of start to scatter away from Argel, and you see your shield laying on the floor right there in their space where Argel tried to smash them.
I don't think I have any bonus unless it'd still be possible to reach to try to grab it.
No.
Or would that have to wait till next round?
You have to wait till next round for that.
Okay, not a problem then.
Okay, Orphea, your turn.
Okay, so there is nobody to pick up this round, so
Everybody's
I think
awake
I will go
for once.
Yeah, I will go with scimitar with my main hand, and then I will follow up with the dagger
Sounds great.
in the other. Yep. Again, 6 does not hit with my main hand,
No, that scimitar is not doing it for you.
but 22 with the dagger.
All right, 1d4 damage. 1.
1.
One single point. You chop off one spider leg from one spider.
Yeah, if they have resistance, because halves are usually rounded down, but I think there is something like minimum 1 or.
That is correct. You always round down, but minimum 1 point of damage. So so it's not completely pointless. If you hit, you have to do something. That's just the way it works.
I did something.
You did do something. Very well. Good job. Okay. Back around to the spiders. So this last batch of spiders on you, Visago, they are getting a little bit disheartened. So I'm going to roll to see if they run away. They do not. So they are going to attack again on Visago. Ooh, actually hit.
Mm-hmm.
But because there's so few of them now, it's a little bit less damage. Only 2 points.
Okay.
Okay, and the other batch of spiders, they are going to go for Argel again, because he's pretty much closest. Natural 20. I love this. 7 points. I think Argyle's down again.
Again.
We're using some potions today.
Sounds like.
Mhm.
Okay, Argyle.
Does anybody still have one?
I have one.
But Arod, don't you have any healing powers left?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, he's got his healing hands, and he's also got lay on hands. He's got 2 different pools of healing energy that he can pull from. But that healing hands, remember, is part of your being an Azamar that you don't really know about. So probably going to start with the lay on hands from the paladin power that you know you have, and then
Yeah.
that other power will kind of like just instinctively happen, and you'll be like, well, wait a minute, I thought I used all of my energy, and you'll have this extra little pool, and we'll have to reconcile that through roleplay
At a later time.
at a later time. But so spiders have attacked Argyle Tall. He has collapsed, and it's round to Visago.
I will attack again with those spiders.
Very good.
That's a 17.
Very good. That hits. Roll for damage.
3 plus 3, so that's 6.
And that is enough to finish off the first swarm. Finally, the last spider is gone. The last spider is dead. Now, you can move and follow up your bonus action on the other, with your hand axe on the other swarm if you want.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, so go ahead and give me an attack with
12.
hand axe. What was it?
That's a 12.
A
12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, 12 just hits. Go ahead and give me a d6 damage.
3.
Okay, 3 points. So that does 1 damage because we round down. But it's you're wearing him down. Okay, so Argyle Tall, give me another death save.
That's a 3.
That is your fail. All right. Aeroth, you're up. You've got Argyle on the ground again. You see Visago on the other side of the spiders. If you stand over Argyle, you can get flanking for advantage on the attack, or you can try to do some healing.
Let's get our friend Argyle. I'm going to place a hand on his shoulder. Like, get up, friends. We still got work to do.
Okay. And you're using lay on hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Let me just check your pool. So you have to determine how many you are using. You can use anywhere between 1 and 5. How many do you want to give him?
Give me one moment. I think he has like 9 naturally.
Correct.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and do 3.
All right. So Argyle, you are infused with divine light. And once again, you see Aeroth standing over you. Luckily not straddling you this time. And you feel a little bit better about this healing. You know, it's not so much the healing of shame that you typically get from Orphea. It's really more of a divine energy of encouragement that you're getting from Argyle or Aeroth.
Awesome.
All right, Orphea, you see a different type of healing happening in front of you, and Aeroth's eyes, blink, and he seems to be awake again. What are you going to do?
I think I will attack with the scimitar, and then I will I will tell to Arod, oh, I think you are not so useless as I thought, and that's a bardic inspiration.
Okay. Do you want to try and get flanking by stepping into Aeroth's Argyle Tall space? He's still prone, so you can stand over him.
Yeah, I know, but I won't be. I don't want to, impede his standing up. So I don't think so. Yeah.
So go ahead
It's
and
13 hit.
13 does
That's
hit.
13 hit.
Yay!
Yeah.
Finally.
Oh,
That's minimum damage. 3.
Yeah,
So I believe it's also 1.
it is also
Again.
one. You guys are just chipping away at these spiders, like one leg at a time. That's all it takes, you know. Okay, so
Yeah.
Argel, you look up at Orphea, and she says you're not entirely useless, and you actually kind of feel not so bad about that. And you have a 1d6 inspiration die.
Arrow has.
Say again?
I
mixed us
meant
up again.
to give it to Aroth, not Argaltel.
Oh, Aroth. Sorry, my bad.
Yes.
So Aroth,
He has
you feel inspired.
bigger weapon.
Aroth feels inspired.
ooh.
All right. So last, we're back around to the spiders. They're going to decide who to attack. Let's see, because everybody's in range this time. So they are actually going to go for Orphea.
Oh no.
But they will miss horribly. So just, you're hitting them and they're missing you. Vasago, you are up. Argel is still prone, so he is not granting you flanking at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna attack.
Okay. First attack with your scimitar.
That's a 4. That's a 4.
4. Oh, okay. So that first scimitar misses. You're kind of distracted by the light of Aroth's healing, and then Orphea actually doing some damage and throwing her snarky encouragement around. But you can follow up with your hand axe.
I'm gonna do that. That's a 20.
Natural 20. Very good. So 2d6 damage.
Yeah. That's a 3 and a 1.
Okay,
So 4.
4 total, but halved to 2. So they are down. They're definitely struggling. All right, Argel, what you got?
So I can see, if I look at the swarm, I can see that they are almost routing. Yes.
You can tell they're struggling. There's definitely, they're under half hit points.
I want to risk using acid spray again.
Okay.
And after that, I'm gonna try and can I just crawl? I don't want to get up. I just want to crawl towards the hole in the floor.
This hole over here?
Yes.
All right, you'll have to crawl. You can easily crawl through Orphea's space. She'll let you. That's not a problem.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, so let me just check the rules on poison spray. Poison spray, puff of noxious gas. It's a 10-foot area. Yeah,
I think I'm at risk of.
I'm gonna say you're gonna hit Visago as well.
Sorry, plane is passing by.
Wait,
Vasago, how are you?
No. It says a creature, so you would only target one creature. It's not area effect. So no, you can hit the spiders without affecting Visago.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that.
Okay. They will roll a Constitution save, which they will succeed, which means they take half damage. So go ahead and roll your d12.
We're rolling now. Full 12, so 6 damage.
Wow. Okay. So two of them completely melt. There is like one last little spider kind of swarming around and barely hanging on. Effectively, they're at 1 hit point.
That's awesome. And I can imagine that sniper elite. That sniper elite effect when you shoot 2 soldiers at the same time.
That's right. So then you crawl away. All right, Aroth, let's see if you can finish this off.
Yeah, I'm gonna step into space that Argyle just cleared and try to finish it off.
Yeah, be sure to roll at advantage.
Okay. That was a 21st, and then yeah, can we just go with the 20?
That's what advantage is for. And then since the lowest amount of damage you can do is 1 point, Gwang, you slice the last spider in half, and it has finished. It is gone. Good job. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so that is a total of 50 XP for everybody. Individually, you each get 50 more XP.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you guys, some of you are still damaged. Let's just do a check. Orphea, you should be at, what are you currently at?
I'm at 5.
You're at 5.
Hit point.
Argel, what are you at?
I'm at 3.
You're at 3. Aroth, what are you at?
I'm at 5.
You're at 5. That's right. And Vasago?
11, if
11.
my math is correct.
Yep, that's what I've got here too. So you all are a little bit injured. I know that there is some healing magic that can still be used. There's a couple of 1 or 2 healing potions, I think, that are still available. And also you can just take a short rest. Now, we're going to be using the new rules that I sent about short rest. Short rest is now only about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. You can use your healing dice pool just like normal. It's just a little bit shorter. But spells, short rest spells are still recharged the same way.
Okay.
So if you all want to take a short rest, you can all burn your 1 hit dice to try to recover, and then if you need to use any extra healing, then you can do that.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. So where do you want to have the short rest? Here in the hallway, or do you want to move into one of these things? Do you want to go downstairs? I mean, where do you want to take your break?
I think we should do it in the room that we just cleared to see what was in the chimney as well.
Okay.
That's my suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys kind of center up into this room. Hold on.
Yeah, and can I go and check what's in the chimney?
Right. So let's do the healing first. So everybody roll your 1 hit die.
Yeah, I got 2, which is back to full health.
Okay, good job, Vasago. Or if you got a 1.
I'm
What
basically
is
rolling 1 on every not D20 die today.
Seems like. All right, Aroth?
So that's a D10 for me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that, full up. Okay. Argel?
Once again, I'm rolling as I would hit with my quarterstaff.
No. You are. So you look into your HP management, and you should currently be at 3, right?
It's glitched out. I'm still seeing my death saves.
Okay, hold on. I'm playing with it now. Where is it? Oh, short rest. Here we go. So roll a 1d8 plus 1.
8. Oh. That would be a 7. So I'm back at full.
Okay. And on your short rest, you used your hit die, so we'll do that. Okay. So Argel's back up to full. So everybody's back up to full except Orphea. Orphea, what do you want to do about that?
Nothing. I'm good. 7 is really good number. It's a lucky number.
Sounds good. Oops. Okay. Hold on. I just spilled something. Okay, so as during your break, you guys easily look into take your time looking at the chimney, and you find a hidden compartment
Mhm.
in the back that contains a wooden box. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. Hold on. Here it is.
At least we know there's a wooden box somewhere.
No. This is the one that had the glint in the fireplace. So the glint in the
Yes.
fireplace comes from a small crystal bauble that has a flat bottom orb that's pleasant to look at and satisfying to hold.
Hmm.
It's just it's really pretty.
Ooh, shiny.
Argel, you know by kind of looking at it that it seems to be part of a set of similar crystals that might have been used as counterweights in alchemical work. Because you've done alchemical stuff, you've done weights and measures, so you're familiar with this type of thing. It's basically it's a fancy counterweight,
Balance weight. Yes.
balance weight, exactly. And it's not very expensive. It's worth about 5 silver pieces.
I would still like to pocket it, if that is possible, and say, hey guys, look, there's a chance that we might still find something of use here after all the beating we are taking.
Mhm. Yeah.
Sweet, sounds good. Okay, short rest is over. You guys are all together in this room. There's nothing else in here. Who's heading out first, and what's next?
I will go first and then go to the right.
Okay, Visago takes the lead. Turns right. Who's following?
I'll follow up behind him, and yeah.
And I assume Argel and Orphea last.
Yes.
Okay, Visago, you come to another door. Looks just like all the rest of them, just like worn out and not in very good condition.
I
Okay.
want to know, do we still have Albert?
Do you still have
Or
what?
has time passed? Albert, marching unseen.
I don't think so. Just let me quick check how long the spell lasts. But
For an hour, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
Not even
he's
how.
somewhere.
Maybe we could use him to check again for door traps, or I think we're past that.
No, I think I don't think we have him anymore. Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay. So Visago, you're at the door. Toby, can you hear us? It looks like his video is frozen from my point of view.
Same for me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like it.
I'll just I'll switch Visago and Aeroth. So Aeroth, you've taken the lead, and you come to the next door. What do you want to do?
Let's go ahead and open up the door.
Okay. Door opens easily, as most of them do. This room appears to be another dirty, decaying bedroom without any furniture. From the doorway, it's evident that the floor here does not look safe. It's got that same type of wet, moldy, rotted look that you saw back in the main hallway, the area that you had to jump over. Some of the floorboards are missing, and other parts of the floorboards have been temporarily dislodged.
Yeah, I look back. I relay information, and I'm just like, hey, yeah, let's not go in here. Looks like we might fall through if we do.
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
I
So
reluctantly agree.
there's another door a little further down.
Let's go ahead and head for that door.
Okay. Line continues out. Aeroth and Orphea, as you guys are kind of like coming by here, you can see the water damage, and you can see why Aeroth didn't want to go into that room. You see floorboards are pulled up and such.
I see that there is another bed or the remnants of one in this room, or any kind of sleeping stuff.
No furniture. It's actually compared to all the other rooms, it's very clear. It's very empty. Let me
Okay.
check something real quick. Just checking some people's scores here. So Aeroth and Orphea, when you two kind of like look into the space, again, noticing how empty it is compared to other things, and you also notice that the window seems to be in slightly better condition than any other of the windows that you've had to pass and deal with.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we see that? Do we see that the floor is? You said it's wet, it's rotten.
Yes.
Could we spot possibly any marks in the moisture? Foot marks.
You can go ahead and give me an investigate. If you want to enter, you can give me an investigation check. So Aeroth, they're looks like they might still be interested in going in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, what do you think? Do you think it's worth investigating, or should we just move on? I don't want to fall through the floor again.
I think me and I'm sorry, were you a half giant, Toby?
Yeah, he's a Goliath.
Goliath? Yeah, I think me and Mr. Goliath here we're probably the two heaviest members. I think it would be best if we stay back.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a good idea to go without you, so I think I'll skip it too.
Okay. Orphea, what's your opinion?
You know what? I think I will just get like 2 steps in front. I want to check it because that seems really off the window business.
Okay. So Orphea comes in. Again, you can clearly see where the damaged floor area is. You know, as you step in, it does creak a little bit, but it seems sturdy right in front of the door. And as long as you stay off to the right side as you're facing it, it seems like it could be pretty clear. So, how would you like to proceed, Orphea?
First of all, I would like to touch the floor where I can see the moist and the damage. I would like to, because you know I have I know illusion magic, and there is something that doesn't add up for me, like new window and the rotten floor.
Okay. So give me an investigation check on the floor.
Not great.
Again, you could tell it's water damaged. The wall here is also very water damaged. So you get the idea that there's probably a leak somewhere in the roof that just happens to be dripping down consistently over the years into this room. And that's where all the damage is coming from. It doesn't look like it's been caused deliberately in any way.
Okay, I will get back to the rest and let's proceed.
Okay, so you're not going to proceed further into the room?
Not with that score of investigation, let's say. Right. I'm satisfied.
So Orphea, kind of looks and she's like, you know what? It looks damaged. It clearly looks damaged there, but she's not sure how far the damage extends, and she kind of loses her nerve to proceed in any further. So back to the rest of the group, and Aeroth, you are standing at another door.
Let's go in.
Okay, you go to open the door like all the other doors, and this one's locked. This is the first locked door that you've encountered. You just, because you just casually go to open it, you actually like kind of shoulder into the door because you expected it to open easily, and it doesn't. It's actually locked.
I look back at the group and I'm like, does anyone mind if I kick this door down?
No.
Be my guest.
So as you kind of say that, Aeroth or Argel, you notice that there is actually a key on the floor, like right at your feet.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say anything. I think it's gonna be fun to see him kick the door in.
Okay.
Let's kick the door in then.
Give me an athletics check.
That's be 17.
Okay, the door may be locked, but it is brittle and old and decrepit, just like all the other doors. So it's the frame splinters. The door kind of almost comes off its hinges, and you easily get through it. So as you open the door, and it falls open, and you can immediately see in the corner of this decaying bedroom lies a man who is bound and gagged and wearing only his underwear. He appears to have no weapons and no equipment, and he is unconscious. You can also see the same kind of water damage on the part of this room on the opposite wall. So it looks a little precarious to enter, but he is all the way inside the room. So clearly, at least part of the floor is safe.
Yeah, I'm a dash around where I see water rock and try to get to this man.
Okay. So you kind of sneak carefully away. As you move into the room, there's certain areas that have that water damage. You're definitely avoiding them. The floors are kind of creaking where you step, but you are able to proceed into the room. Visago, you see Aeroth stepping into the room, and you also see this bound and gagged man in the corner.
Yeah, I watch out for the floor and slowly walk after Aroth.
Okay. Argel, you get up to the door and you see the same thing, and looks like Aroth and Visago are kind of heading into the room. What do you want to do?
Can I actually throw something at the wet wall?
Sure.
I want to see if there is a leak or a pipe or something. Once again, seems suspicious. I'm suspecting that there's maybe a cauldron or something upstairs that is leaking, or I just want to see.
Okay.
So I guess I'm going to throw my dagger. If I can do that.
Yeah. So you're going to throw a dagger at the wall here, or at the ceiling above here, or at the floor?
The ceiling.
Sure, go ahead. Just give me an attack roll.
Okay, so... Boom.
No, not damage, an attack roll.
No, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So you kind of like, you pull out, you look at the ceiling, you're looking kind of confused, you pull out your dagger, you grab it by the tip, and you throw it, and it goes through the ceiling, which is also kind of rotted and bad, and you lose sight of it somewhere on the other side of it. So you now have this broken wooden rotted hole in the ceiling where your dagger disappeared. So you don't have your dagger anymore.
And I didn't see anything that would indicate that there is a lab upstairs.
No more water dripping out. This is all just kind of like water damage. You remember it was raining the last couple of days. So everything's kind of like got a horrible mildewy smell. But this looks like years of dripping, rotting that has so slowly worked its way through this wall and into the floor. But definitely the ceiling where you threw the dagger was also rotted, and you just punched it right through with your well-placed dagger throw.
So I wasted my dagger. So I'm going to pick up the key then, because maybe it's going to come in handy later.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe it can open more doors.
List that on your inventory so we don't forget.
Sure thing.
Orphea,
I will.
What you got going on?
Yeah, there is...
One moment, y'all.
I am... You know what? I'm actually observing... I think that is the fireplace also, or some... recession in the wall. Yeah.
Okay.
With the dagger in my left hand to be ready to, if something just went shows itself with malicious intention, just to be able to throw a dagger at it.
Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, so Aeroth, you continue into the space here. As you're kind of like getting close to the man, and Visago, you guys both hear a kind of a crunch sound to the left, and you look over and see a hole has suddenly appeared over the wet area, and you see Argel kind of like in looking like he just threw something. He's like, kind of got his arm down in a follow through motion, so you get the idea that he must have thrown something through the ceiling. Aeroth, you get up to the gentleman again. His hands are tied behind him. He's got a gag in his mouth, wearing just his like a loose shirt and some underwear, and he's unconscious. What do you want to do?
Let's first check to see if he's still breathing. And if he is, I'm going to use the last 2 lay on hands.
He is indeed breathing, obviously. You hit him with last 2 points of your heal on hands, and he kind of like gasps awake. And he kind of looks up at you, and again, he's got the gag in his mouth. He's like, and he starts kind of struggling with the bonds where his hands are tied.
I'm gonna untie him and gag him and ask him, who did this to you? Do you have any memory of before you were knocked out?
Okay, so you remove the gag, and he kind of like coughs and spits and kind of sits up. Are you untying him as well?
Let's hold off on that, actually, just for a moment, till he says who did or how he ended up in this situation.
Okay. He says, "Oh, thank you so much for rescuing me. Oh, my name's Ned. I was traveling past here, and in the storm last night, and I was just looking for some place to rest and get out of the wind. I came in, I saw some dead weasels, and I came in through the back door, and I heard some noise in the kitchen, and I wasn't sure what to do, and then suddenly something hit me in the back of the head, and I heard this creaking and moaning and wailing sound, and then I woke up here. Thank you for coming to rescue me. I really appreciate it, but maybe we should just get out of here. I got a bad feeling about this place."
Not quite yet, my friend. I will unbound you and allow you to leave. However, I think me and my group's going to stay around and investigate what's going on. You said you heard this noise in the kitchen?
Yes. I heard noises in the kitchen, and then something, from behind must have hit me in the head. But I'd much rather not be alone right now. So, I mean, if you guys are going to stay and explore, I'd like to stay with you.
Okay, let's get you dressed. I think I know where are your clothes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm feeling rather exposed right now.
Oh, no problem. I have water. If you feel thirsty.
Oh, please, yes, thank you.
Let's go ahead, get him dressed, get him water, and
Okay. So, do you all want to proceed back to the room where those clothes were?
Yeah.
Guys,
You know what? Give him water. Give him water. I will bring the clothes.
Okay. So, Aeroth goes to get the clothes. Orphea, what you got going on?
Yeah, I mean, I will go get the clothes.
Okay.
For him.
You guys go with Argel. You guys parkour, jump across the hole again.
Yep.
And are you guys?
Aeroth.
Yeah.
They go with Aroth, not Argel.
I thought Argel went to get the clothes.
No,
Yeah, I'm still. No, I'm giving him water.
Yeah, Aroth is getting the clothes. Argel went to get the clothes. Orphea went with Argel.
no, I did not move.
Yeah, just me.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, so just me. I'm going back to bring his clothes because I believe that's his. Yeah, the ones that were in the room, in the first room we explored on that floor.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they were quite not rotten.
All right. So you get the clothes, and you start parkouring your way back. So are we going to kind of stay in this room with Ned after he's been unbound and everything, or do we want to move back out into the hallway at all?
I want to move back into the hallway and into that first room that I fought in today. Yeah. This that room that I fought
the first room.
the spider sim. Yeah.
Okay.
So and that was just that. Then I'm gonna go over that hole and go to that room that both Orphea and Arok was in.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're in the room.
Okay.
And you want to go to this room.
Yeah.
Okay, Orphea. Visago says he wants to, keep exploring. What do you want to do?
Okay.
Yeah, I will follow him. Because if he will be going alone, I don't think it will end well.
Okay. Argel, Orphea comes back with the clothes that, for the guy and kind of gives them to you and then heads back off with Visago. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get their attention and say, doesn't this seem suspicious to you? I mean, the guy said he came here and he saw dead wizards. So he obviously came after us. Maybe he was following us. And he passed the spiders without triggering them. I don't believe his story. I think that, okay, your nature is to help him, so you gave him water, you gave him his clothes. But honestly, I think he's going to be a liability, so I want to bound him back again and put him in the room where we fought the spiders and keep exploring. I don't want him getting away. He's too suspicious for me.
He's talking to you, Aroth. So Ned's getting dressed, and Aroth, that's you and Argel having a conversation at the door.
I don't think this man would pose the threat you're thinking he would, Argel. I think you're right. I think we should err on the side of the caution, but I don't think we should rebound him. If you would like, I can follow behind him in case he does try to make any type of move on the party to quickly.
What if we just block the door somehow, to keep him in one room, unbound? Put him in the spider room and let's push some furniture, some debris in front of the door. Would that suit you?
Okay, so Ned is, he's got his clothes and his boots on, and you can see he doesn't have any weapons or anything like that. It's just like basic breeches, a tunic, pair of boots, and a wooden necklace.
If I remember correctly, the clothes were finely made. Is that right?
No, they were pretty average made.
Nothing there, Aroth?
Give me one moment. So I turn back to Ned, and I asked him what exactly he was doing out in this neck of the woods? Why did he decide to come out this way?
Oh, I'm a kind of a traveling peddler of sorts. I live in Pengrove, and I was just coming into Nightingale Harbor, just to check some supplies and see if I could sell my things. And I got stuck in the storm, and I saw this house, and I thought that I could come up and get some shelter from the storm. But it was just it didn't look as creepy from the outside, but once I got in here, I realized that there was some something shady going on, and then of course I got hit, and I think this place is haunted. I think the ghosts want us to leave.
There, or can I detect any lie or any could I sense that he's lying, basically?
Okay, go ahead and make an insight check.
Insight?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Thought that was a 1 for a moment, but I got a 7.
No, he seems pretty sincere. I mean, when you were helping him up and unbinding him, you saw he had a pretty good welt on the back of his head, where something had clearly hit him. And
Can Argandar notice that
something definitely tied him up. He did not. He did not tie
Do it himself.
Nope.
Let's put this to a vote with the rest of the party, Argel, and see see if they share your suspicions.
Okay.
Okay. So meanwhile, Visago has taken his time getting timing to jump across. Orphea does her little parkour. Argel and Aeroth start to follow, along with Ned, and Aeroth, you with Ned behind you, or with you behind Ned. Visago, you're coming up to that last door. Orphea right behind.
Yeah.
Argel, or as you get to the thing, you see the two of them approaching that last door. Do you want to call out to them or anything?
Guys, shouldn't we vote what we're gonna do about Ned? Do we trust him, or do we even...
Orphea, you hear him say that.
What are you talking about?
Listen, let's say you trust him and he's a good guy. Look at him. I don't think he can handle himself in a fight. Let's put him in a room and keep him safe.
He definitely can't handle himself in the fight. He should be behind us, but if we leave him alone, there is, like, in every room, there are animals trying to eat you. Ned
hears Argel Argel's talking about putting him in a place to keep him safe, and then he hears Orphea talking about other animals running around. He's like, "Oh gosh, please no! Don't lock me in another room. I mean, I was unconscious in there for I don't know how long, and I might have died in there if you guys hadn't come along. So I just rather stay with you. You guys seem really capable. I promise I won't be a bother. Quiet as a mouse, quieter than a mouse. I will be a mute mouse."
Okay, so I'm alone on this matter, so I'm just gonna go and just follow Orphea.
Okay, so
I see.
Oh, and as I'm jumping the hole in the floor again, I'm turning and I'm saying, "Good luck, Ned."
all right, go ahead and give me an athletics check, Argel.
Sure thing. 15.
Yep, no problem. Parkour. So Ned kind of comes up to the hole, and he kind of like looks at it, and he kind of like looks down into the lower area, and he's like, "Oh, okay, here we go." And he kind of like swings his arms, and he goes to jump, and totally,
I would like to help him.
Blows it. He doesn't make it. He ends up in the hole, and again, much like Argel did that first time, he ends up caught on the far side, struggling. "Oh, help! Help me! I don't want to fall! Help! Something's got my leg! I felt something grab my leg!" So he's starting to flip out. Aeroth, what you doing?
I'm gonna first check the hole to see, if this dude's just overreacting.
All right, go ahead and give me a insight check. Argel, what are you doing?
I'm just observing the whole scene, but I'm slowly going closer to Ned.
Okay, he's definitely kind of like he's hanging on the edge of the thing, and he's kicking and fluttering his legs.
I'm
I'm speeding.
I'm speeding by Argaltel, like passing him and catching Ned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check to pull him up.
Yeah, sure.
-1.
9, almost 10.
Not bad. It's you know, he definitely wants to get out, so it's not like he's struggling too much. Aeroth, you don't see anything down there beneath him. It was just kind of like him kicking. You see the ruined pieces of floor that fell through earlier, but Orphea, you're able to pull Ned clear. And he's like, "Oh, thank you so much." I'm like, this place is so creepy. I mean, maybe we should go. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. This, you know, floors are falling. You know, there's monsters. You know, I know you guys are pretty capable, but you know, have you encountered anything else? I mean, what have you run into? I see some blood. You know, has it been pretty nasty?
Or anyone says anything, I bluff and tell them, no, it's been pretty easy. There has been much in the way of trouble here. Just to try to keep him calm and try to ease his nerves a bit.
All right, give me a.
I second that.
All right, give me a deception check.
Can I help him?
No. He did fine. I'm just gonna roll a d20 just to see. Wow, you know, he rolled pretty high, but he's good. He's like, oh, okay. Because I know somebody mentioned monsters, so I was just a little concerned. Somebody might, you know, that there were beasts and stuff, you know, in the rooms. But if you guys say it's safe, then I'll stick with you.
I tell.
What can I say? I want to say, keep him with us because it's easier to actually know where he is if he's alive when he's with us instead of leaving him in a room. Then I go back. Go back to the last room and try to open the door.
Okay, so as Visago's, you know, makes his piece and then goes to open the last door, Orphea, what are you doing?
I'm going after Visago.
Okay, Argel?
I'm gonna turn to Ned and say, don't worry, friend, you're safe with us. The exit is this way. And I'm gonna go after Orphea, and as I'm going that way, I'm saying, when we get back to the tavern, you can share a room with us. Some of us have bigger rooms for some reason.
All right, Aeroth, go ahead and give me a athletics check to make it over the hole.
Okay. There it is.
Good to go. Parkour.
Woohoo!
All right, Visago, you get to the door. Just going to open it up.
Yeah.
All right. Again, this one opens with ease, just like most of them have. Let me make sure I got the right space here. All right, so this room is scattered with rubbish, what looks like it was once a fine guest bedroom, but there is evidence of a recent rodent infestation and webs hanging on the corners. A four-poster bed, which is the first full bed you guys have seen, is on the on the wall, against the wall, opposite the fireplace. It's worm-ridden, and the curtains are torn and stained. There's no bed linen, but it's full of hay, and the frame of the bed is mostly intact. So what would you like to do, Visago? You have the bed, you got windows, and you got the fireplace. The rest of the room is just like, again, decrepit and full of rubbish like most of the other rooms.
Check the bed if it's rotten or not, and
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
yeah.
Oh, hey, you got your D20 working. Okay, so you take a look at you kind of step in to look at the bed. Again, the frame is in pretty good condition, even though the curtains are kind of rotted. There's no mattress, but there's like relatively fresh hay and a pillow on the bed. It does look like it may have been slept in the recent past. Orphea, what's she doing?
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the fireplace.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Very carefully, like extremely carefully.
Okay, then you can do it with advantage.
Let's stick with the 9.
Absolutely. This fireplace, much like some of the other ones, looks crumbled a little bit. Some of the chimney pieces from above have fallen in, so it doesn't look like it's very serviceable. All right, Argel, you kind of come up to the space. You see Visago kind of like checking the bed and Orphea checking the fireplace. What you doing?
Do I see any rugs or something like that?
Rags?
Rug, the thing you put carpet.
Oh, rug. No, there's no rugs.
Okay, then can I just kick the rubbish around to see if there is any hidden trapdoor? No, I'm just checking the floor for trapdoors and stuff like that.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check. So
Sure thing.
Ned kind of comes in and he's kind of like looking around the room and he's just like, "Oh wow, this is weird." Aeroth, what are you doing?
I'm gonna come in and just look around, and in general, just be Ned's protector for now.
Okay, no problem. Argale, you kind of like move from space to space. Kind of like you're bouncing up and down on the floors. You're kind of like kicking at the loose floorboards and kicking away the rubbish. Definitely, some rats skitter away. You see a couple of smaller spiders that kind of like scurry for the walls, but there's no sign.
Yeah, flashbacks.
Of anything. Smaller spiders, like really tiny spiders, like like quarter-sized spiders.
Okay.
Yeah, so this place, just aside from the bed and the sign of some recent habitation of some sort, nothing else in here really of interest.
Okay.
So are we going down with the main staircase?
I think we should go down the one we already cleared.
Well, now you guys have all seen this. This is a banister, so you've seen down into this room. So I mean, that there's nothing like in that room.
Yes, but if we use that staircase again, Ned will have to make the jump again, and that can't turn out good.
You're right.
Fair point.
So, gentlemen, I think
out and
hold on. Go ahead, Toby. What's going on?
I said I'm gonna just go out the door to the stairs, to the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
go down.
I'm gonna recommend that we pause here. It's
okay.
been our 2 hours. I think everybody's probably coming up on their turning into a pumpkin. But we will we'll have everybody like on the way back to the stairs to go down the kitchen. bringing with Ned kind of in tow. And that's where we will pick up next time with you guys returning to the kitchen. How's that sound?
Awesome.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So another successful clearing. You guys got everything on the top floor, and a little bit more experience under your belt, and feels pretty good about where the adventure is going. We'll learn more about Ned next time, and see if we can clear out the next floor and finally figure out the mystery of the haunted mansion.
Sounds awesome.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Good job.
Okay.
So next time, thank you for DMing, and enjoy your weekend.
You too. Happy weekend, everybody.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.